Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Wagner and I work with Kennesaw State University. And today I'm going to help you locate and use Sway within Office 365. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that this window that you're currently watching must always stay open. The reason being is because I'm going to take you through a series of different steps that's going to help you use Sway. Now, as you move through the video, you'll notice that it'll stop at different points to check to see if you're okay. If you are able to complete the task, go ahead and click yes, and the video will continue. If you are stuck, go ahead and raise your hand, and then one of the teachers in the room will come around and assist you with that particular step. Step number 1 in locating Sway is you need to double-click the Office 365 icon. The Office 365 icon is orange with a slightly slanted square. When you are ready, go ahead and double-click on the Office 365 icon and freeze. Once you double-click the Office 365 icon, you'll notice the window appears. In this window, this is where you're going to type in your username and password. Remember that your username and password can be found in the index card that was given to you prior to arriving to the lab today. Go ahead and locate your index card and be prepared to type in the information as you see it on your index card. First, starting with the email or phone, in this field, what you need to type in is your username, which is your lunch ID number, followed by the @ sign. In order to create the @ sign, you need to hold down Shift and 2 in order to create the symbol. Following the @ sign, you need to type in the letter F, the letter C, the letter S, the letter T, the letter U. We need to put a period. And after the period, we need to spell org, which is the letter O-R-G. In the password field, this is where you type in your birth date. Now remember that your month and day should be 2 digits. For instance, my birthday is September 9th. Since it is the 9th month, I need to put a 09. My birthday is the 9th. Since it's not 2 digits, I need to put a 0 in front of the 9, which would be 09. Following your 2-digit month and day, you need to add the year that you were born. For me, that's 1983. Once you have typed in your lunch ID number and your password, go ahead and click Sign In. Once you have correctly entered in your username and password, you'll be brought to the Office 365 home screen. And directly in front of you, you will see a series of active tiles. You'll notice that one of the tiles says Sway. What I would like you to do is go ahead and locate the Sway tile, and I want you to click on that tile. Please go ahead and do so now. Once you click on the Sway active tile, it will take you to the Sway homepage. As you scroll down, you'll notice that you probably don't have any Sways under My Sways. But as you create them, just as I have, you'll notice that this is where they show up. In the future, if you're looking for one of your Sways that you have created, this is where you would go. All you would need to do is click on the Sway that you would like to look at. Since we're starting from scratch, since we're starting new, what we need to do is click on the button that says Create New. Please go ahead and locate the Create New button and click the Create New button now. Once you click on the Create New button that's located on the Sway homepage, it will take you to the Sway editing window, which you see in front of you right now. By default, it will always have the title card or the presentation card up for you. For this practice presentation of Sway, we're going to go ahead and use cat. What I would like you to do is for the title of your Sway, take your cursor and I want you to go ahead and click on those words so that your cursor appears. And I want you to go ahead and type the word cat, which is C-A-T. Once you are done typing the word cat, I would like you to go ahead and select a background for our title slide. In order to do so, all you would need to do is click on the word background and a search engine will appear. In the search sources, which is located on the top right of the window that has just appeared, I want you to go ahead and click in that box, and I want you to go ahead and type the word C-A-T, or cat. You'll notice it has automatically popped up right here, for me at least, but for you, we may need to search for it. Once you type in the word cat, which is C-A-T, press the Enter button. You'll notice that a series of different pictures of cats appear. In order to have it appear as our background, you'll notice it says drag an image here. Let's choose the first picture of the cat that we see, and let's click and drag the picture of the cat over into the box. Let's go ahead and complete that step now. Once we have added a background image and a title to our Sway, let's add an additional card to our presentation. In order to do so, you'll notice that there is a green plus right below the image of the cat that we've just put in. If you click on that green plus, you'll see that it gives you a series of quick options. One is to add another heading card, which would be similar to the one that we see above, or two, we can add a text card. Let's go ahead and add heading 1. In order to add the heading 1, we just need to simply click on that option, and you'll notice that the card appears. Let's go ahead and do that now. Now that we've added a second heading card or heading 1 card, I would like us to go ahead and add a second heading card, except this time we're going to use heading 2. If you remember, heading 1 gives you the option of adding another image, very similar to our title card that's just above. But we may not want to have an image. Maybe we just want to have a title. And that's what heading 2 does, is that it gives us the option just to have text and not a picture. In order to add heading 2, what you would need to do is click the green plus just below the card that we just created. When you click the green plus, you'll notice that right next to heading 1, you now have the option to insert heading 2. When you are ready, go ahead and click on the heading 2 card now. Once you have added a heading 2 card, I want you to add one last text card, and that is titled text. Remember, in order to add a card, you would just simply need to click on the green plus and find the text card. If we're counting from the beginning, you'll notice that heading 1 is highlighted, the second button is heading 2, and the third option, which is the one we want, is to insert text card. Let's go ahead and click on insert text card. What you will notice is that a text card appears. In the Add Some Text window, I want you to go ahead and click. And you'll notice that the mouse cursor appears. The word that I would like you to type is cat. Remember, to spell cat, that is C-A-T. You'll notice that in each one of the cards, you have certain features that run across the top. You have the word emphasize, accent, and for this particular card, you also have the option to add bullets or numbers. If you wish to emphasize a particular word or title, that makes it bold. What I would like you to do is go ahead and click and highlight the word cat and click on the word emphasize. And you'll notice that if you click off of the word cat, it is now bold. If we click and highlight again and then click the word accent, this makes the word italicized or slightly slanted. Let's go ahead and complete both of those tasks now. In your presentation, you may decide that you just want a picture and maybe not necessarily text like we've kind of seen in some of the other cards. If you would like to just add an image to your presentation, you would go about it the same way as we've been adding the different text cards. Remember that in order to add a card, you would simply need to click on the green plus located below your last card. Once you click on the green plus, you'll see that one of the options is to insert image card. Let's go ahead and click on insert image card. Once you click on insert image card, it will give you the option to drag an image here. Since we already have our window open for images and we already have the cat typed into the search window, let's go ahead and click and drag the image of the second cat into the image box. You'll notice that you also have the option to add a caption for this. You can also edit that caption by maybe emphasizing the text, by adding an accent to it. You can also edit the image too. So let's say that you wanted to maybe have a certain focal point. Let's click on that. If you click on the circle where it says what is important in your image so that Sway can position it, click on that circle. You'll notice that right now it's actually showing the whole image. But let's say that we wanted maybe to focus on just the face. If you click on the face, you'll notice that it is zoomed in. If you move the circle to a different part of the picture, you'll notice that it emphasizes that particular range. If you do not want to select a particular point on the image and you want the entire picture to be emphasized or to be used, you'll notice that there is a checkbox below your image which says the entire image is important. Go ahead and click that checkbox. And you'll notice that when you click it, it shows the entire picture. Let's spend a moment in actually playing with choosing different parts of the image to emphasize and then finally settling on clicking on the entire image is important. Let's go ahead and do so now. Once we are done choosing the focal point for our picture of a cat, in order to go back to the editing screen that we've been selecting the different cards for, all we need to do is actually select the Storyline tab. So if you want, you'll see that if you hover over this arrow to the right where it says Open Storyline, all you would need to do is click on this arrow. And you'll notice that you're brought back into editing mode. Now the reason why that we don't have the images on the left anymore is because we've already made our selection for a picture. But we're actually going to bring that window back because now I want to show you how to add a video to our Sway presentation. Remember again that if we want to add a card to the Sway presentation, All you would need to do is go ahead and click on the green Insert Content icon. Once you click the green plus, you'll notice that the option to add a video is not there. You see that you can add heading 1, you can add heading 2, you can add text, you can add image, but it doesn't actually have a way for you to add a video. You'll notice that on the far right are 3 horizontal dots, or 3 dots in a row. You'll see that if you hover over that button, it says More Card Options. If you click on that button, you'll see that it actually opens up different card options. You'll see that just below image is the word video. Let's go ahead and click on Insert Video Card. Once you click on Insert Video Card, you'll see that it looks eerily familiar to the picture or image card, except for one key feature. You'll notice that instead of saying Add Image, it now says Add a Video. Let's go ahead and click on Add a Video. Once you click, you'll see that there's a series of different pictures and different videos that appear. The video that I would like you to insert is the 4th option, which has the blue surroundings, and it looks like the cat is using the washroom. Let's go ahead and click and drag that video into the Add Video Here box. And once you have done so, let go. Let's go ahead and take a moment to go ahead and add that video now. Now that we've added a series of different cards, which include text cards, an image card, and a video card, what I would like to show you is how to design your sway, or to give it different colors and text. You will see at the very top that there is a word that says design. Go ahead and click on that word design. You will notice that when you click on the word design, they have pre-made templates or ways in which to change your sway automatically for you. If you are to scroll down, you'll see that you have a series of different options. And within each one of the categories, if you click on the right arrow, you'll see that it continues in design. What I would like you to do is go ahead and select a design that you find most desirable. What I'm going to do is select the very first design. Once I select it, you'll notice that it automatically updates in my preview. Since the window that I currently have open is actually a video, you're not really going to see any change. So what I would do is, using the scroll bar on the right, let's click and scroll all the way to our title card so that you can actually see the change. Now you'll notice that when we click on the scroll bar, you'll see that our storyline or our different cards are gone. In order to get it back, you'll see that there is an arrow which points to the right that says Open Storyline. If you go ahead and click that arrow, you'll see that it opens up your storyline again. If you would like to make it small so that you can check out your preview again, if you click the left arrow that says Close Storyline, it brings you right back to the preview. So let's look at the design. If we go back in design, let's say we want to choose maybe the second option. If we select the second option and maybe we click on the preview, you'll see that it has changed. And there's the word cat. If you would like to go back into design. And when you click on design, you'll notice that you can actually customize a design as well. If you click on the word customize, it'll give you different options of different color schemes that you can choose from. Let's go ahead and choose a design that best fits your sway now. Once you have selected a design for your sway, now it's time to choose the layout or the way that your presentation will look to your friends and other students. If you select the word layout, you'll see that you have three different options. The first option is where it scrolls vertically. What that means is that you can actually scroll down the page and the information will sway in. If you select scrolls horizontally, it looks more like a PowerPoint presentation, except it makes natural breaks in between your presentation cards so that you can stop at different points. The last option is the Optimize for Presentation. The Optimize for Presentation looks really similar to PowerPoint, where it just focuses on one card at a time. Let me show you all three options. So if we choose Scroll Vertically, you'll notice that as I scroll, this is how you show the information to your friends. If we click back on Layout and choose Scrolls Horizontally, you'll notice now I have the option to click to the right. Let's go ahead and click to the right. And you'll notice that it actually combines multiple cards together. If this is not the layout that you want, you'd much prefer to have maybe just one card per turn or per as you press the arrow, what you need to do is go to Layout and then click the very last option, which is Optimize for Presentation. If you click that option, you'll notice that as you click the right arrow, you'll see that it will go one card at a time. Let's go ahead and choose the appropriate layout that you would like to use now. Once you have decided on your design and layout, you'll see that there is one more option which says Remix. What's awesome about Sway is that if you're kind of stuck and you're not sure in terms of what maybe looks good in terms of design and maybe even what layout to choose, Sway will automatically generate one for you. So all you have to do is actually click on the word Remix and it will automatically design and choose a layout for you. Let's go ahead and click the word Remix now. You'll notice that as I click the word Remix, it has automatically chosen a layout and a design for me. If this is not the one that we would like to choose, we can go ahead and click Remix again. It'll automatically populate another. We can keep choosing and clicking on Remix as many times as we want, and it will automatically generate a design and layout for us. If you do not want the Remix button, all you would need to do is click the Undo Previous Action. Since I've clicked it twice, I'm going to go ahead and click it once and a second time to go back to my original chosen design. Let's go ahead and choose the word Remix and also press the back arrow to get rid of that action now. Now that you have your Sway complete, I'm sure you'd like to see what it looks like in presentation mode. In order to preview and play your presentation, all you would need to do is look at the top right of your screen, and you'll notice that there's a button that says Play. When you click Play, this will enter you into presentation mode to the preset options that you've already set up. Let's go ahead and click the button Play now. For my presentation, I've selected the presentation to scroll vertically, which is why when I hover to the right, it actually has the scroll bar. For others, you may have chosen to scroll horizontally or maybe optimize for presentation, which gives you the arrows on the bottom right. For my example, if I were to scroll down you'll see that the information sways in. Let's say that I want to choose one of the other layouts. I'm not really a fan of this one, and I want to choose maybe the scroll horizontally. If I want to change the layout, I would first need to click on the cog wheel, which is located just to the right of the pencil. If you click the cog wheel, you'll see that you have your layout options. Right now, by default, I have the presentation set towards scrolls vertically or up and down. Let's say that I wanted to scroll horizontally or from left to right. If I choose that option, you'll see that I now have the arrows to click and proceed through the presentation. If I would like my presentation to be more traditional, where it's just one card at a time, I would need to go back to the cog wheel, click the cog wheel, go down to layout, and choose the third option, which is optimize for presentation. Once I click that option, you'll see that the presentation changes to where you can only see one card at a time. So as I proceed by clicking the right arrow, you will see that I now am showing the audience just one card at a time. Let's go ahead and choose and certainly play with the presentation mode now. Now that we've seen our presentation, let's say that we want to go back and maybe edit some of the options or maybe even some of the cards that we've already created. In order to edit your Sway presentation, you would need to click on the pencil, which is located in the top right of your screen. If you are to hover over the pencil, it says Edit this Sway. Let's go ahead and click on the pencil icon now. Once you click on the pencil icon, it'll take you back into Sway, where you can edit your Sway presentation. Remember that if you want to bring up your storyline, which is where all of your cards are, you will need to bring that window out and click on the right arrow that says Open Storyline. Let's go ahead and click on Open Storyline. You'll see that you now have access to all of your cards, where depending upon which ones that you want to edit, you would just simply need to click and then modify those cards. Let's say, for instance, that our heading 2, which we don't have any text for, we want to get rid of. Or maybe we discover that there's an extra card that we don't like or just want to delete. In order to delete a card, all you have to do is click on that card, and you'll notice in the top right is a Delete This Card from Sway icon. If you click the trash icon, it will delete that card for you. I also want to point out that if you want to insert content, which before was inserting, let's say, the videos, if you want to insert an image, if you want to insert text, you can click on the green arrow, or on the very top, you'll see that there's the actual word cards. If you click on the word cards, this is another way for you to insert the different information or the different cards that we've already done. So remember that you can click on the green plus, or you can choose to select one of the cards over here. If you're looking to insert an image or a video, all you would need to do is click on the green plus like I showed you before, or you can click on the word insert. If you click on the word insert, you'll see that you have the option to search for both videos and images, or selecting one or the other. So let's say that I wanted to search for images of cats. I would just need to click on the word images, and all of these are pictures of cats. If I wanted to just look for videos, I would then just select the word videos. And then these are the different videos of cats. If I wanted to change up my search, all I would need to do is click the search box, delete my last search, and then type in whatever it is that I was looking for. So let's say that instead of looking for cats, I want to look for dogs, which is D-O-G. Once I type in the word dog or D-O-G, I'm going to press enter. And you will see that videos are popping up of different dogs because I've selected videos. If I'm looking for just images, I would select images. Let's go ahead and let's look around and play with insert and cards now. Now that we are done looking at insert and cards, I wanted to let you guys know that any sort of changes that you make within your sway is automatically saved. And what I would like to do is actually show you where those sways that you create, where they show up. If you are currently within the sway edit window, which you see in front of you, and you would like to go back and then maybe choose a different sway and work on that, or maybe even create a new sway. On the top left, you actually see the word sway. If you go ahead and click on the word sway, it will take you back to the sway homepage. Now, if you scroll down, I mentioned in a previous video that under my sways, this is where you can actually choose a sway to work on that you've already saved. And you'll see that my presentation or my sway that is titled cat automatically shows up. If you would like to maybe delete or maybe even play a sway from your home screen, you'll notice that you have the 3 dots in a row or 3 horizontal dots. If you click on that, you'll notice that you have the option to delete that sway. You have the option to make a copy. You also have the option to play, which will take you right into presentation mode. I want to warn you that if you click delete, where they show up is actually underneath the deleted tab. Be very careful, because if you delete your sway and you do not restore your sway, which if I click the checkbox, you'll see that the restore button is right here. If you do not restore it, it will be deleted forever. So do make sure that if you click delete, it's a presentation that you mean to delete. Remember that if you're interested in making a brand new sway, all you would need to do is click on the Create New button. And once you do, it will open up the Edit Sway window with the title card in front of you, ready to create a brand new sway. At this point, I am done with the sway tutorial. I want to encourage you to play with sway, to check out all the features, to practice all the different techniques that you've learned within this video tutorial. And if you have any questions, please make sure to ask me or anyone that is walking around the room. Thank you so much for your kind attention, and I hope that you guys have a lot of fun.